Assistant and the Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, State of Qatar. And Mr. James Kowski. As well as to Mr. Carlos Pereira Marquez, the Ambassador of Portugal. And I'd now like to ask Sri Nitin Kunkalekar to facilitate the Honorable Chief Minister. Sri Nitin Kunkalekar to felicitate the Honorable Chief Minister. Followed by a felicitation for the Honorable Minister for IT Revenue, Sri Jennifer Montserrat. And Mr. Kunkalekar, also a felicitation to our Honorable Minister of Industries, Sri Vishwajit Rani. And I'd now like to ask Sri Rajkumar Kamath to felicitate our industrialists present here all the days, starting with Mr. Srinivas Dempo. As well as Sri Manoj Kapoor.
Next 3 days, including today, please mentor them. This is the future of the world. This is the future of India. This is the future of Goa. This type of events should not just be restricted to business. It is our responsibility to invest in our future generations. That is the foundation of Vibrant Goa. These student buddies. So thanks buddies for taking all the trouble. This entire event we are trying to make it a zero waste event, and therefore you will not see any plastic bottles or any plastic. But if you see somewhere, we are making an attempt.
It was at this very venue, BNI Goa had organized a 3-day Goa Biz Fest. And our then Chief Minister, late Manarbai Parrikar, was being interviewed for his vision for Goa. After the interview, during the informal discussion, I mentioned to him that we need to have an event which is much bigger in scale so that it can make much bigger business impact. Yes, he said, it has to be a global event. The seed had been sown. And it was by law of attraction that I came across Dr. Jagat Shah, who explained to us the concept of Vibrant series that he had been using to help organize in various places.
We have people with large hearts. We have pristine natural beauty. We have very, very friendly people, beautiful beaches, and most importantly, from industry point of view, a very, very high literacy rate. And the last feather in the cap is the latest proactive, investor-friendly government in the state of Goa. Earlier, historically, Goa has been an agrarian economy. Maritime also was a part of our economy. As time passed, we got into mining, tourism, all these things. Tourism, of course, continues to be one of the mainstay of the Goan economy. However, at best I can say that currently our state of Goa, under the new leadership, is in a fantastic transition mode for the industry.
Honorable Chief Minister, today when I was coming and driving from my house to to this venue. As luck would have it, my air condition blew away. So I told the drivers to put off the glass panes. And I had a unique smell of the soil, which I never do because normally we travel in air conditioning. And I said, what is it in this soil that is so inviting? Because it rained last night, so you had the fresh smell of the soil. I think Goa, as Manoj says, is a very inviting place. We are very happy people, very cordial, peace-loving, very harmonious community, which today in the world is very, very important, looking at various events happening in many parts of the world. So I said the same soil needs to invite business. And I think that's where Vibrant Goa comes into the picture. That we invite, as local industry, we want to invite all of you. Just for your information, I'm happy to share with you, out of the various initiatives and various areas that Vibrant Goa is focusing on, we are participating in at least 4 of them. That is education, media, shipbuilding, and also agro-processing and food processing. So we are very, very positive about having meaningful tie-ups and collaborations. I would like to thank Vibrant Goa and its architect, Mr. Nandakumar Kamath, as well as Nitin and his team.
It's a great pleasure to be with you all this morning at the opening of the Vibrant Goa Global Expo and Summit 2019 and be part of the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of making India a $5 trillion economy by 2025. Vibrant Goa is an ideal convergence of Goan and Indian businessmen to showcase their strength to create business opportunities and facilitate knowledge dissemination, helping them open to the true potential of Goa to the world. After the resounding success of Vibrant Gujarat and Vibrant Tamil Nadu in bringing foreign and domestic investments into those states and strengthening the business there through technology know-how, investments and collaborations, I am sure that Vibrant Goa, after their extensive work of road shows in 12 countries worldwide and 20 states across India, will provide a practical opportunity to its participants to understand the potential of what Goa across various sectors within this 3-day summit.
I think I'll be very brief because I think you've got a sufficient brief of Goa and most importantly through my very close and childhood friend Mr. Srinivas Tempo, whose contribution and whose family's contribution in Goa cannot be even evaluated because there's so much in every field. And I would like to share with you that he never mentions much, but he is also on the board of directors of Carnegie Mellon and somebody with a vast exposure. That's why people sitting on the dais along with our Chief Minister and his team, we all consider to be a part of his team. People with vast exposure and people who have seen the world and who could interact with you and give you a better insight to Goa and who we are proud of. There are a lot of businessmen sitting in the audience also. There is Mr. Dwani who started the whole tourism revolution in Goa, Mr. Anil Kaute and several other businessmen, Mr. Raj Souza, I can't name everybody. But there are so many of them who have contributed in their own way to bring Goa on the world tourism map.
India is and has been always an important partner to the UAE. Indeed, our relation with India go back long way and based on strong and solid foundation of social, culture and economic ties. Those ties are the result of the articulated political will of our both governments and for the benefit of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, the bilateral relation between the UAE and India have witnessed an incredible growth in the recent past and have scaled to an unprecedented level driven by old bonds of friendship, mutual interest, and close people-to-people contacts. Our investment commitment are testimony of our confidence in the economic growth story of India. The vast size of India presents endless economic opportunities, and UAE recognizes this investment diversity offered by its different states in various sectors. I am confident that UAE business will be keen to explore new trade and investment opportunities, and the vibrant Goa Summit is the right platform to begin these discussions and identify these opportunities.
मेरा नाम वेरोनिक है। मुझे गोवा बहुत अच्छा लगता है। I learn Hindi, but as you can hear, I'm just a beginner. But learning a language is learning a culture, and you can't convince people if you don't understand them. So it's important to learn about culture and then to be able to communicate. I am proud today to represent France. I'm the only French representative. It's a big responsibility, and I try to do my best to be at the appropriate level. As you know, President Macron and Mr. Prime Minister Modi decided to strengthen the links between France and India. They met several times, and last time was in Biarritz in France, very recently, and they talked about aerospace, environment, but also education. They had a recognition agreement for degrees, and it's very important because, as people said before me, education is the first step of a good future. So would you like, I won't be long, French people are educated from young age to be quick. So I will stay here. Would you have any question about France, please come to meet me. And I thanks again all the Vibrant Goa team to give me the opportunity to give the voice of France in front of Goa. And I will bring in France all the treasuries and all the richness of Goa to the French people and the French company to let them know that here the heart of India is beating and is vibrant. Thank you very much.
That's the big picture. I want to talk a little bit about a smaller picture, and that is what is going on here today. And the formation of our delegation, the Ajuba delegation, is a microcosm of what I believe can take place here amongst the delegates. Ajuba was brought together by an individual, an old and dear friend of mine, Mr. Baljit Singh. And Mr. Singh, many years ago, started to plant seeds one by one with the relationships that he formed. And with the planting of those seeds, he has brought together a group of individuals representing India, representing the United States, representing Israel. And by planting those seeds and cultivating and nurturing those relationships, this is one project that this next 3 days we will be able to harvest. And for the first time, this group of individuals was brought together as a result of coming to Vibrant Goa. And what I've noticed as a result of us coming together, already we've started to cross-pollinate our ideas. Every opportunity we get, we try to spend some time to talk about our ideas. We try to change each other's perspective and influence each other and change the way we think about world affairs, about business, and about what we can accomplish. And I think that we can do the same thing as delegates here at Vibrant Goa. So I challenge you not only to maintain your relationships with your student buddies, but to go out there and to think of this in terms of planting seeds for each relationship we're able to format, and to think about the hard work afterwards, which is cultivating and nurturing and then harvesting, and then think about also the next time we get together and we can share the results of what we accomplished at Vibrant Goa and talk about and cross-pollinate these new ideas. So growth is the goal. Growth is the goal for ourselves, for our families.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's hard to be the last to speak today after such great speeches that we have heard today. We're looking forward for the next 3 days to exchange and improve trade relationships between both the states of Qatar and the states of Goa, and to bring more investments from both sides of the aisle. Sorry I didn't have a long speech, but after such a long days, I don't have much to add today, so I wish all the delegates best of luck in the 3 days of the summit. Thank you.
I understand that prime focus of Vibrant Goa is inclusive development in key areas such as innovation, sustainability, industries, technology, youth and skill development, knowledge sharing and networking. The main objective of this event is to boost business in the state of Goa by providing the platform to investors to connect with the Goan businesses. The Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, has urged us to take the pledge for building the new India by 2022. An India that will be clean, poverty-free, the corruption-free and terrorism-free. An India which will focus on the skill development and make in India. Come, let us all be part of the story of New India. It is heartening to note that the association partnering the Vibrant Goa are so much an integral part of Goan economy and play an important role in the development of Goa. The Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industries, the Goa Tourism Association, the Goa Pharmaceutical Manufacturer Association, Goa Management Association, Indian Institute of Interior Design, Institute of Indian Architect, National Institute of Personnel Management, Goa Technology Association, Goa University, Institute of Engineers of India have a huge role in playing to ensuring that the Goan economy achieves its growth goal. My government will definitely work more closely with them to make Goa even more vibrant than what it is now.
Pradeep Alolkar, who belong from the Tempo Group of Industries and working for the shipbuilding and repairs. So, sir, just tell me how exciting it is for you to be a part of this Vibrant Goa over here.
In fact, I'm very happy to be a part of Vibrant Goa as such. And we have our group's stall here, and we are representing Dembo Shipbuilding and Engineering, Old Goa and Undir. So in fact, our shipbuilding, we are into the shipbuilding for last so many years, right from 1974. And in Goa, we have two shipyards. One is at Old Goa, where we have facility of ship repair as well as ship new building. And we have another shipyard at Undir, Ponda, where we have a new construction activities going on. Apart from this, we have two more shipyards which are in Gujarat in the name of Modest Infrastructure, and we are also doing a very good job there in shipbuilding.
So now we are another part of Dempos, the Devashrees, who are one of the leading companies for real estate companies in Goa. So how do you feel that such events will promote Devashree more at such a platform?
Such events are more and more required in Goa to showcase the product which the Goan builders are producing. In fact, Devashri is a name associated with real estate for more than 2 decades. We have more than 1,800, close to 2,000 satisfied customers. And today in Vibrant Goa, we are showcasing 3 of our products. One is Devashri Greens, which is our ongoing signature project at Porvorim. We are also showcasing our 2 upcoming projects. One is this phase 3 of the project Sun and Sand at Kandolim. Those are 1-bedroom flats. And we are also launching our upcoming residential project at Taligaon. That is Devashri's Vasudev Vihar. So all in all, we are very happy, and the group is really feeling enthused to be a part of Vibrant Goa, and hope to see a lot of business happening in the next 2 or 3 days. Thank you.
We have another member of the Devashris also. So sir, tell me one thing. What is the most unique thing of Devashris that you guys project?
We at Devashri, we emphasize on quality construction and timely deliverability, due to which we have got repeated buyers with us, and also the confidence the new fresh buyers who approach us, they get looking at our construction quality and knowing our past history.
Dempos are famous, they are into education, they have been into education for a long time, and today at this Vibrant Goa Business Summit, they are also showcasing what exactly they are doing in certain this which are outside the normal genre of education. Ma'am, could you tell us exactly what your courses in language, in whatever? Could you give us details, please?
Thank you very much. As you mentioned, we have always been trying to initiate something new in the field of education, and our center has actually come in response to that need. We have established a center which is called Dempe Digital Language Laboratory and Skill Development Center, DLLSTC. It is basically a language enhancement center that we are looking at, language enhancement and training. Under that, we will be offering a lot of courses to students, general public, people from industry, and whoever would like to come in for self as well as professional development. So we are going to integrate technology in language learning. We are operating through 30 consoles, which will be operated by a master console, and we have software solutions and customized courses which we have designed specially for industry as well as communication sectors.
Now I have with me the man who is well known not only in Goa but across the world also. That's Ricardo D'Souza. First of all, welcome to Goa 365, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, first of all, tell me, what do you think about such events like Vibrant Goa? Like, this is like a platform actually to showcase some people's talent, their business, show your business to people in India and across the world. So how important was it for Titos also? And what do you feel about such event?
Such events are fantastic. Gives us, when I say us, it means all Goans, such an opportunity to display our various talents, our businesses, attract investment. I think Dr. Jagach has done an absolutely fantastic job.
So, and what do you see when it like Goa, Vibrant Goa, like Expo Summit 2019, and associating and being and associating also Titos with it? So, what do you think on that also?
Our Titos is thankful and obviously proud to be associated with Vibrant Goa. Titos has always put Goa first. So this is another opportunity for us all to showcase Goa. It's brilliant.
When it comes to Titos, the name Titos itself is like a biggest brand of Goa. So do you think that like there are also upcoming brands like Titos? There'll be more other brands. Like there are lots of youth who want to start up and do something of their own. So do you think that such events are important? Like this is the first kind of event to be happening in Goa. But do you think that such events should be happening in Goa? I mean in Goa in future as well?
Absolutely. We need way more events. We need an upskill in our abilities. We've got fantastic brands. Like look, we've got the Dempos, we've got Salgonkas, we've got Sosa Lobo, we got
Infantaria. There are so many brands. Now, these brands need access to finance. Finance can come from either equity, which is partnership to other investors, or finance can actually come from the stock market. So the next step is for us all to get onto the stock market and take all these brands forward.
Coming back to my question, there's an additional to it. Like, how do you see today's youth? So, like, there is a lot of unemployment in the state. Okay, there are people who are like looking up for jobs and all. But do you think that such events will actually benefit them? Because today, during the inaugural, they said that such events will help in boosting tourism, B is job opportunities, and also investment into the state. So, how do you think about these three key points that were mentioned during the inaugural?
Look, I'll give you an example. We started as a small shack. We then ventured into alcohol, media, legal aid, finance, and a host of other things, including sewage plants. Now, the more we ventured into other businesses, the more people we've employed. At present, we employ about 300 people. We are constantly growing. What is business? It's employing people. What is employing people? It's providing employment. So, of course, it will provide more employment. It's a no-brainer, really.
Before I conclude, there was another announcement that was done by the Excellence of Dubai, the General Secretary, who said that there'll be the next Vibrant Goa will be held in Dubai. So what is your take on that?
Look, I've traveled the world. Goa is such a special brand. We still don't know what we have. It's time to exploit it to the fullest. And I think Dubai has realized we've got something special, thanks to His Excellency.
Thank you so much, sir, and wish you all the very best. Thank you, sir. Thank you.